Well, hey there, folks. It's me. It's Bubba T coming back at you. Look here, straight out of the Nothing Fancy studio. I am excited that you've decided to click on the Bubba T Show tonight and listen in. We got a great show lined up for you. Got a great guest, so stay tuned. This is the Bubba T Show. Let's go.
Well, I'm proud of my rebel ways. I've raised hell since I was born. I raised hell till I hit the grave. Mama whooped my ass near every day. Well, I was a hellion, so she'd say. Well, I don't guess too much has changed. Cause I still ride that hellbound train.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got another glorious episode for you. Before I get started, I'd like to apologize for last week that I didn't get a episode out last Monday. We've had a lot of chaos in the country and just a lot of things that were going on around in my own community. We actually had a pretty successful banana festival. We didn't have any fights. We didn't have any crazy threats. It actually went over quite well. And I'm proud to say that because, we had that experience with the O'Brien County Fair where people were being locked in and just complete chaos, little youngins with guns and stuff and tasers and maces and parents beating the hell out of kids, things like that. So to say that the Banana Festival went well, that's a good thing, really good thing. Old Bubba T did the Banana Brawl thing. If you haven't seen that, you can go back on my Facebook page, Jacob Henderson, and you can check it out. I did a Facebook Live. It's still on there. It'll be up for 30 days, and then it'll come down. But I think it went over real well. The show was awesome. Showtime Daniel Thomas did a great job. And I was accompanied by Justin Lane, and he did really good on the announcing as well. I think it was a pretty good show. All in all, I will still be dabbling in the wrestling world, so y'all keep a watch on my Facebook page and Snapchat and any of my social media stuff as I put out in the future for future shows. I do believe we are planning one for November 7th, and once I get more information on that, I'll let you know where it's going to be and everything. So y'all be sure to come out and check it out because that'll be my first private announcing show for the whole wrestling organization that we got here. So it'll be fun. And also, old Bubba T's got his merch out. So we got Richardson hats. We got bukus of different colors. I'm waiting on a new design now. We actually have the Richardson hat where I got the white back here. It's actually American flag, black on the front with my logo here. It's a really cool hat. Once I get that hat, I'll let you know and show you. And I'm actually, this week, I'm going to be posting a lot of the different T-shirts that I've got. It's already available. If you're interested in that, you can email me at thebubbatshow@gmail.com, thebubbatshow@gmail.com, and I'll get you hooked up with some merch. The Richardson hats are $25. T-shirts are $25 of whatever design you want, whether it be front, back, just front. They're awesome shirts, good quality. HD Graphics does a great job. We're also going to be putting out some cups, coffee cups, different things like that in the near future. Also, for my local business owners, I'm going to be putting out the Bubba T marketing package. You can subscribe to the Bubba T marketing package, and I'll be putting ads out for that this week on the Facebook page. And what that consists of, if you subscribe to it, it's $60 a month. You get your very own video advertisement, with your business. You get a voiceover advertisement for the business. And these are really cool things because especially your video one you can send to TV stations, and it's nowhere near as expensive if you got your own content. And also the radio stations, much cheaper if you've got your own content. So you'll get both of those things, and then both of those ads, whether it be video or sound, just voiceover, will continuously run on the Bubba T Show as I put episodes out, as long as you're subscribing to the $60 a month. It's a really cool thing. I really take pride in what I do, so it'll be a really good advertisement. So as for tonight, let's get into the show. I got a past guest that's on tonight, the West Coast player out there, ready to be chit-chatting about the world and everything else that's happening these days. And we got a lot to talk about. Let me introduce you to Mr. Chris Henderson.
What's
up,
going on?
Chris?
What's going on? Excuse me.
Oh, it's another wonderful day in the Kentucky neighborhood.
Yeah, I hear you. Finally got to do it. I've been just running around crazy.
Yeah, it's been chaos out there.
Yeah.
So you say work's picked up?
Yeah. Working 6 days. So
What are you building now?
still doing solar fields.
Oh, the solar
Yeah.
fields. If you don't know what solar fields are, folks, it's when I went out there to visit them in Vegas, those are like crazy. I seen them for the first time when I was out there, and it really is. It's exactly what it says. It's a field of solar panels.
Yeah, they don't work, but they pay good. And that's all I got to say about it.
Well, that's good. What are they powering? Like the whole cities or what?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. They got these
That's
inverters set up
Yeah.
out in power lines that goes to a substation, and I guess it does go somewhere.
Is it more for a backup, or is it like primary?
Well, I think that's what it was supposed to be for. But now, of course, you got, Californians wanting to just get rid of everything and just try to use wind and solar. But,
right.
you got
Trying to go completely green.
Right, rolling blackouts and stuff. So,
Yeah. Those Californians, boy.
yeah, don't get me started.
Top notch.
Bro. Yeah. There's some I love and most of them I hate. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I understand. Actually, where I work, Kaiser Automotive, last year at some point, they had talked about getting the plant solar powered. And we have a field across the way there, and that they had purchased some years back just to have, but they purchased it and they were talking about, just putting one of them solar fields out there. And I want to say that the guy that was over that had come up and said something about talking to other people, that it just wouldn't be a good investment for this area just yet.
No, because I don't know if you've seen it. I think down in Arkansas, they got some of those solar fields, and a tornado came through and just blew them all away.
Demolished them.
Yep.
So,
but yeah.
And that could be, that may be one he was talking about, like storm. They're not suited for, I guess.
That environment, yeah. Out here in the desert, you got windstorms, but nothing like back there.
Right. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the West Coast. What's been going on out there?
Well, I miss the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you heard about all the ICE protests and all that crap, huh?
Dude, that's some crazy mess, man.
Yeah. I haven't run anybody over on the freeway yet, so I mean, it hasn't really. They do most of that downtown here in Vegas, so I don't have to worry about it. So
it's a lot of protests?
Well, it's not really a whole lot. Maybe, I don't know, 50, 60 to 100 people. I mean, people are getting tired of it, so.
I mean, is it just like they don't understand immigration or what?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, they don't understand the fact that these people are coming in, and I'm not going to sit here and say they take our jobs, because that's just a cliche, but it is a strain on the system. You know what I mean? Because California's broke. Vegas is almost broke because of them. You know, I mean, I have nothing against immigrants. It's just to do it the right way. That's all I'm,
Do it the right way.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, you can tell who's illegal and who ain't. So,
right. And you've got so many legal immigrants that have contributed to this country that does do a good job. Yeah. And they're spitting in their face is what I really see it as,
Because I work with Latinos and Mexicans and stuff.
Yeah.
Great people. Love them. They're like my brothers, and they cannot stand them.
Yeah. We've got some, I got some I work with, and it, the left, it's like they're not computing, you know what I mean? On what the
Yeah. Well,
meaning of it is. You get what I'm
so
saying?
a lot of that goes back because I don't know if you remember when you were in high school, what did they teach you as far as like history and stuff like that? Was it anything
History
about,
was my favorite.
was it about America or was it about how bad America was?
A little bit of both, really, but I see where you're saying it leaned more on like, this is why we are now because of this.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to get away from this because it was a lot mainly on slavery. I learned a lot on the slavery part. And my class really pinpointed and talked a lot about how white people were so terrible back then. That was my biggest subject, and it really, the black kids that was in my class at the time really took that the wrong way, and I got bullied for a lot of years, for just being white in my school until we finally caught on to what really was going on, and we all became friends after that. But history, no, it wasn't clean cut, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, every nation on the earth has had slavery. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and you go back to how they said white people were exactly, were mean or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know the percentage, but not all white people owned slaves back then. It was
No.
just a few, maybe 100,000, I don't even think it's 100,000. Honestly, I think it's more like 5,000, white families that owned slaves.
Right. And, I was watching the Hodge twins earlier this past week, and they made a pretty valid point. They said, the slaves that were sold to the people over here, they were sold by their own people.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess because what that was they fought wars over there, right? They took prisoners, and that's what they did. I mean, if anybody that had, honestly, from what I've read, I'm sorry about my dog barking. From what I read, the Irish got the worst end of the deal. They got treated like, totally like shit. I'm not going to go ahead and say it. So,
right. Yeah.
I mean, they got treated just as bad as, slaves.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just, that's what I'm saying. Every race has been enslaved. I don't care what they say. But no, but when I was in school, they kind of taught patriotism, but they touched on all that, how bad it was and how far we come. You know what I mean? And now, from what I've been reading about stuff, it's just America's bad. It's the worst country on the planet, but nobody wants to leave it. You know what I mean?
Right. Because around maybe 2003, 2004, because I talked to Dad about this too. Dad was talking about his class back in the day. That's what they taught, real patriotism, on our own country. And then, I was in high school around 2003, 2004, and it's like it started to change then.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as much patriotism going on at that time, because history was one of my favorite subjects, just because I wanted to learn the history of the country. And I didn't get, fulfilled with that until later on, after I graduated and started doing my own research, because it pinpointed really one thing.
Right.
And I actually enrolled into Hillsdale College, and I'm doing classes there now, and I'm really diving into the history of the country. It's a really good college, by the way, Hillsdale College.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard Charlie Kirk talk about it.
Yeah, they don't have any woke professors, because that's where most of this left wing violence is coming from. And I don't care who's listening. If I offend you about that, I don't care, because it's coming from the left. It's definitely coming from the left. You don't. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of right wing violence, but it's you don't even hear about it. No. I haven't heard anything. But
I mean, they're advocating for it. The leaders.
Yeah, all the rhetoric they're talking.
Yeah, you got idiots like Jasmine Crockett getting on television talking about how you need to grab a weapon and be prepared for these Nazis.
Yeah,
talking about the right. That's invoking violence, whether you like it or not.
The news media is just sitting there. I mean, you can't keep calling somebody Nazi and fascist for 10 years till somebody snaps.
Right. And that's the question I've been asking since the beginning. Please, give me the proof of this. Give me hard evidence that Donald J. Trump is just like Hitler.
Well, apparently he's not, because if he was, they wouldn't be out here protesting or doing nothing. Wouldn't be speaking up against the government because they'd shut it down. Like they try to do conservative speakers.
Yeah. And there are things that Donald Trump is doing that I don't agree with. But
yeah, me too.
If you really look at what I don't agree with, if I really sit down and I start looking at it, you realize this man was inherited a terrible country.
Yeah.
And there's stepping stones that he's got to jump on to get to where we need to be.
Yeah, because it's all screwed up. He's trying to fix it.
Yeah.
It's just because those 4 years, man, they just let it go and just let it go to rot.
Right. They destroyed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed
everything that he did. They undone. Yeah. And now they're fighting him tooth and nail. It's just like the Doge thing.
Right.
What was it? Waste, fraud, and abuse. They were protesting that because it was Trump. Obama was the one that started Doge. I don't know if you heard about that. Yeah, he started that back in 2011, 2012. He didn't call it that, but he made a executive order. But guess what? Nothing ever got done because that's just how they are. They're just saying what you want to hear. Instead,
they don't want you to dig into it. Yeah, they don't want you to dig into it because you're going to end up in one of their pockets.
Yeah,
that's where it's coming from.
And it's not just Democrats; it's Republicans too. I'm not going to sit here and choose sides, but it's some Republicans. No. It's mostly Democrats.
Yeah, we've got, and that's kind of where the direction that I took with this Charlie Kirk assassination is. It's almost where it's not right versus left, Republican versus Democrat. It's good versus evil.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, because these people getting on TikTok, social media, national television, whatever the case is, and listen to what they're talking about. And it's some on the right, mostly on the left, just radical things that they're talking about.
And I guarantee you, and I would bet my next paycheck on it, I guarantee you that people out here talking shit about Charlie Kirk, how hateful he was, how homophobic he was, how, what is it, xenophobic, whatever. I guarantee you they never watched the whole clip, because you got people out there cutting up clips of what he said. That's just like the airplane deal. You know what he said? If I see a black pilot, I hope he's qualified. There's more to that.
Yeah.
That he was explaining. Today. Yeah, he said that he was explaining what DEI is doing. It's making people think racial. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I wouldn't second guess any colored pilot. You know what I mean? But once all this shit was coming out, he got hired because he's Indian or some shit, and well, I hope he's qualified
because they have to have a
quota. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they have to have the quota, and
that's all he was getting at, was it's making people think that shit.
Yeah. But CNN or whatever news broadcasting station it was took that little snippet.
Yeah.
And put it out there and just said, "Look, Charlie Kirk is racist."
Yeah.
That's what they did.
And he was saying something about black women not having brain power. He wasn't talking about all. He was, because I think it was Jasmine Crockett, of course.
It was.
Was it Cori Bush? I can't remember all of them. They're just out there just spewing stupid AOC, just stupid stuff. It was just
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was just crazy. And I don't know what the quote was exactly, but he wasn't nothing like that. He was just he just told the truth, and that's what got him killed. And of course, a lot of people won't agree with that because they're scared of the truth, because they've been trained, brainwashed in school and everything else, to think that people on the right are Nazis.
Yeah. That's what they want you to believe.
Yeah. And also, and I'm going to get to this too, all this stuff that they're blaming the right for, You bet your ass they're doing it. That is Zelensky 101. Blame the other side for what you're doing. And that's and whatever they blame on whoever, they're doing it.
They don't want to take accountability for nothing.
Well, the ride's over. The ride's coming to an end, and they're being exposed. That's what it is. They're being exposed. You got up here in Oregon. Is it Oregon or Washington? Let's see.
Oregon. I think it's Oregon.
Department of Justice is wanting to go through the voter rolls up there, right? They're not letting them. They're blocking them from doing it. Why?
Right.
Why are you blocking it? Is there something you're hiding? What's going on with that? You know what I mean? Just shit like that. That's what pisses me off. If you say you're not doing anything, then why don't we just look at it?
Yeah. Let's bring it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say that was the most secure election in 2020. Well, then let's look at your voter rolls. Guess what?
Well, it means they won't pull it out.
Exactly.
They won't.
Because the same thing happened in 2016. What they blame Trump for? He stole the election. Russia helped him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? You tried to steal it. The shit didn't work. You screwed up, and now he got in, and then the status quo was all messed up. So
yeah, it's craziness, and it breaks my heart that so many people are so misinformed or give in to the delusion of the left. If they would really just pay attention, sit down, you see it countless times on YouTube with these protests and people walking through there, YouTubers asking the question, do you know what you're protesting? And they spit off something ridiculous.
They spit off buzzwords. They hear on CNN, MSNBC, fascist, Nazi, Trump's a criminal, felon, because all that felon shit. Well, yeah, exactly. All that was for was to label that man a felon. That was all it was for. They knew he wasn't going to go to jail.
Yeah.
That's just so they can use a word.
Yeah.
Buzzword.
They didn't want him as president because they knew they were going to get exposed.
Yeah.
They knew that their money, their pockets were going to get lighter.
Yep.
Because it's our tax dollars that's benefiting them. For one, they've spent all these bukus of money on these ridiculous things that Doge has found. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
We can't even find the trail for it. Where did the money go?
That's how they got $174,000 salary and ended up Elon Omar, as a matter of fact, worth $34 million.
Yeah.
That's how they're, becoming millionaires, because they start these, programs or whatever it is. I'm not sure. And then of course they got these NGOs and they start skimming money off the top of it.
Yeah.
Or they do insider trading, whichever one's easiest for them, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Well, hey there, folks. It's me. It's Bubba T coming at you. Look here. Are you a parent that's finally got a child in a sports team? You finally got the team name and you finally got the number and you're wanting a T-shirt to wear at all the games to embarrass them? Or maybe you got a family reunion coming up and you want to make a shirt for the entire family to have whenever you're partying it up at the park. Or maybe you got somebody's retirement coming up and you want to make a big old banner to celebrate. Look here, I got the place for you. HD Graphics, 323 Carr Street, Fulton, Kentucky, 42041. Look here, they'll hook you up on anything you want. Shirts, hats. They do license plates. They do big banners. They do yard signs. Anything custom graphic that you want, you can get done there. Look here, give them a call at 731-446-0192. And again, they do screen printing, embroidery, vinyl decals, banners, flyers, business cards, license plates, sublimation. They do it all, folks. Give them a call so they can hook you up. They are the official merch maker of the Bubba T Show. We got hats. We got shirts. They do it all, folks. And they are the official sponsor of the Bubba T Show. So give them a call today. Daniel Thomas, the Showtime will hook you up. I love you to death. Check them out. And I really believe 100% that people are starting to get it.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to realize, hey, this side right here is really doing what they're saying they're doing.
Yeah.
Because we're running into a place now where we got Megyn Kelly's, we got Candace Owens's, and we got them out there speaking the truth. And
Michael Knowles, Ben Shapiro.
Michael Knowles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh for sure. Yeah. But you got these Tyler Robinsons out here that think, okay, I'm going to kill Charlie Kirk, shut him up, and didn't even realize that you just created a million more.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk's death has set off a movement that the left's not even ready for. I promise you.
You know, I'm not one to jump to conclusions because I was at work. I was in my work truck, which is sitting out here in front of the house. And Lisa texted me, said, they shot Charlie Kirk. And I don't care if you're transgender, if you're gay, I don't care.
Right.
You got, because there is a movement out there of gay people that is breaking off from all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Pushing it on the kids and stuff like they just want to be left alone. You know,
right.
And
just
like
let
I
them
said,
live their life.
I don't care. I do not care. But when you start trying to shove it down our throats, no pun intended, that's when we're going to have a problem. But anyway, so she texted me, and I did jump to a conclusion. I said it was probably a transgender or a gay guy.
Yeah.
But we still don't know.
We kind of
know. That bullet done some weird stuff, bro. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I've been watching them. I watched it when it happened. You know, I watched it hit him. Have you been keeping up with Candace?
No, not really. I really don't have any signal out there, but I've been hearing some things.
Okay, I encourage you 100%. Get on Candace Owens' page on her YouTube channel and watch it from the beginning. Watch it from the first episode since Charlie passed. This woman is not stopping. Like I'm fearing for her own life on the things that she's bringing to light. And she is investigating this death wholeheartedly to the fullest. And she's got her hands on clips, the camera that was behind him.
The guy that took
got
the
her hands
SD
on that.
card. Yeah.
Yep. She talked to that man that took the SD card. He was very forthcoming, told her everything. But she said there is no gore. There's nothing from the backside. No blood, nothing.
Because it was like that.
Yeah, because you know they had first come out with they didn't know where the bullet was. You know, they first come out with that they couldn't find the bullet, so they put the intention out there that there was an exit wound.
Well, I think that was the exit wound.
Yeah, but there is no exit wound. That's what she's advocating.
Well, I've been watching videos of people saying he was shot from his right back of the head, and it come out. But also seen it where he had the microphone, right? It went down, and you can. I mean, it may have been a bug. I don't know, but it kind of made sense. It hit something, come up, popped him in his neck. I don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's that black thing on his shirt, you know.
Yeah, the microphone that was right here.
Yeah. That was for his podcast microphone, you know. And it has what it was a magnet. The microphone itself was underneath his shirt, and then that little black piece that you seen was a magnet on top that was holding it right there. So whenever he got shot and his shirt flicked, that magnet piece come off.
Is that what got him?
Went flying up. I don't know.
Well, that's a 30-06, bro. A 30-06 would have blew his head off. I mean, that's
right.
Bottom line. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I watched it, and it was just, I wish I hadn't watched it, to be honest with you. But
Me
now
too.
thinking about it, everybody needs to watch it, see what we're up against, because these people, this, I'm not talking about, regular Democrats. I'm talking about, not even the far left, just the left in general. These people are so, they sit around and watch the news all day, and they get radicalized. They go to colleges, they get radicalized.
Right. They're cold-blooded. I mean, they are cold-hearted craziness, because for somebody to get on national TikTok, I was going to say television, but for people to get on TikTok and celebrate a man that's been taken from his wife and his kids, to celebrate that, no matter how you feel, is pure evil to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't do that.
No. And I wouldn't have done that if Joe Biden would have got shot.
Right. If I did do that, I would do it in private. I wouldn't just blast all over TikTok or Facebook or whatever,
Right. Right. I might have said something.
Yeah, I might have called you, said, hey, you see it? Whatever, but, made jokes, but I wouldn't have done it, but I still would have felt bad. I mean, they was more upset over Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled than a man losing his wife, or his life.
Yeah. And then Jimmy Kimmel gets back on there with the waterworks that just irritated the hell out of me. Like, you're not even sincere. You're not. You're making yourself cry to get your views back when you didn't have the views to begin with. You were losing your crowd. And then you get on national television and you say the things that you said, and they shouldn't even brought him back, to be honest.
So everybody's blaming Trump for that. And Trump didn't have nothing to do with it. They were looking for an excuse because they were losing money on him because nobody watched him.
Right,
nobody watched him.
Trump was talking about some licenses or something. They took that little snippet of the video.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And then said he's trying to, freedom of speech. He's taking away freedom of speech.
It had nothing to do with Trump. I mean, that was something that never should have been said because I read something earlier. It said the left can kill somebody and then try to make him look like a right wing. That's what they was trying to do with this kid. They was trying to say his family was hardcore Republicans. That's what he was.
Yeah, right.
He had a transgender partner or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
now he's missing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I haven't because like I said, I haven't really been doing any research because I don't got any, and plus I've been busy. So.
Yeah, he's missing. His parents are missing. So everybody's thinking that they went into the witness protection program because they were getting death threats. They were getting death threats. As far as I know, I mean, for anybody out there that's a diehard Charlie Kirk fan, let's not be leftist. Let's not threaten them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's something the left would do.
Yeah, don't do that. But I mean, I don't know if you watch Steven Crowder. He had a good point. He said, we need to be lawfully violent. Okay, because I've been watching a lot of videos of people, just these leftists come up to people and knocking their hats off, pushing them.
Yeah.
And them not
what
doing
they did
nothing.
to Charlie.
Yeah.
They'd spit on him, knock his hat off. Or that girl, that Caitlin Bennett. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even know how she makes it through college campuses, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, you need to start fighting back. If somebody comes up, I don't care if it's a female, male, I don't care. I mean, they may whoop my ass, but they're going to know I'm there. You know what I mean? Because that's why they're emboldened because nobody's doing anything. You know what I mean? They just sit there and take it.
Yeah. And the really root of all the problems, the root, in my opinion, is the country has shied away so far away from its constitutional roots.
It's Christian founding. Yes.
It's Christian, godly founding. Because if people would just get into the notion of what it was supposed to be, God spoke that you're supposed to love your neighbor as you love yourself and as you love him. If people would grab that, we wouldn't have racism. We wouldn't have wars. We wouldn't have arguments. We'd be able to sit down and have peaceful debates.
Well, the only racism I see is from the left because they think African Americans and people of color are stupid. They think they can't even get licenses. They can't work a laptop.
Right.
I'm being serious. I'm dead serious. There's videos out there of them talking. I think it was I can't remember. He's a comedian. I can't remember his name, but he was in like California out here on the West Coast at like Long Beach or Huntington Beach, not Huntington Beach, but wasn't Newport Beach because that's Trump country. It was I think it was Long Beach, one of those beaches. I don't know. Anyway, he was asking questions. You think black people know how to do this? I was like, no, they don't have access to how to get IDs and stuff. Then he went to New York. And asked him, he was in the black neighborhood, and he started asking, where the DMV is? I'm like, yeah, man, it's on 34th Street over here.
Yeah.
Because that's how that's what the media, and that's how they,
right.
That's what they tell them.
I talked to somebody just today about it, and I had brought up the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and that was the first thing they said. Well, I don't keep up with him. He's racist and all this other stuff. And I just asked them, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, explain to me why you think he was racist. You know, they brought up the airplane
Right. Yeah.
video just like everybody else does. And I encourage this person to, you know, go back, watch the entire video and see exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because this person didn't even know what DEI really was, you know, and I gave her a couple of scenarios, you know, like if you have a group of people that applied for one job and we'll say 6 of them applied for that one job. 5 of them was completely qualified. 1 was not. But that 1 was a black man and the other 5 were white. And they had to hire the black guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Charlie Kirk was talking about. They had to hire him for a quota because he was black, no matter if he was qualified or not. Now you got a guy flying your plane that you're on.
And they lowered the standards too.
Yeah, they lowered the standards. And this person got it. You know, this person started to get it. And they said they were going to go back and kind of watch some of this stuff. And I also told her, I'm like, just think about it. Look at all these past few years. Well, longer than few years, but the government wants us to be racist. They want
keep
us
to separate.
Yeah.
Now,
keep us
real
divided.
quick, I want to put this out there. We're not saying, you know, black people are not qualified to do anything. That's
right.
We're not saying that at all.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know,
we're trying to explain the context of the whole video. That's when I went into the government. You know, they're wanting us to be divided, racist, because that's how each one of them gets votes. You know, who's divided more? Who wants this more? They can use that for fuel for their campaign.
Yeah. I mean, that's all. I mean, because these new Democrats, I mean, they just keep stirring that racial pot, bro. I mean, I'm tired of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
if we would all just grasp God and just say, we don't see color, we love each other.
Yeah, I don't see color. I mean, you know, like I said, I work for, you know, Mexicans and black guys, and they was well qualified. You know what I mean? And I didn't care one way or the other.
That's how it should be in general. Merit-based,
right? Yeah.
You know, just for anybody. If you worked your butt off to learn what you learned to get this job, you should have it.
Merit.
No matter what color you are.
Merit. Because when I was growing up, that's pretty much what you had to, you moved up by merit.
Right.
Wasn't because, you know, white privilege or no shit like that. I mean, I'm still waiting on my card to come in. I don't know where it's at, but, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And
but I
that's
mean,
what sickens me.
Yeah, he was just explaining. He was just explaining, and then they just cut that clip up, you know. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I just
They've
wish
done the same thing with Trump and every other Republican. You know, they took it out of context when they was impeaching him. They was impeaching Trump the first time or second time for the, you know, quote unquote insurrection. They played a video in court and they cut out the part where he said peacefully assemble or peacefully, because the word peacefully was in there. And they cut that out and they threw it out because they was, you know, trying to, well, you know how they was trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
You can go back and fact check that. I don't care. I guarantee you'll see what he said. Oh, I watched him say it. And now they come out with this, 264 FBI agents were embedded in January 6th? Because that was all planned.
Because, it was all planned. They had that planned against him from the beginning.
It was all planned. I mean, they denied the 10,000 National Guard troops that he ordered. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
But no, going back to Charlie Kirk, I mean, that's just awful, bro. I mean, I just, I don't know.
Yeah, I was sitting at work, and one of the girls I work with, they came out there, and she just had a look of panic on her face, you know, looking at her phone. We were all just sitting there talking, and I said, "What's wrong with you?" Charlie Kirk just got shot. And I immediately was like, "What?" Yeah. Grabbed my phone, pulled it up, and bam, there it was right in my face. You know, and I ain't never got emotional or anything over any celebrities being killed or anything like that. But I did. I got emotional over it. And, that says a lot about the person too, is all these people all over the world, not just the country, the world,
Yeah.
that broke down crying over this man's death because they knew, the man spoke truth. He was a godly man. Everything that he debated about, no matter what it was faith based.
Yeah.
Anything that he can explain to you, he can explain from the Bible, and that really hit me in a way that I didn't really know I had there, because I struggled with religion for the past few years. I struggled with addiction, and I kind of lost my connection with God. And his assassination is labeled him being martyred instead of murdered, because that's exactly what he was.
Yep.
He was an advocate for the Christian faith, and with him getting shot like that has just jump started Christianity to a point I ain't never seen before.
And and from all the videos I watched of him, and you know how some people are, that's, quote unquote godly, whatever, they're trying to push it on you. Not one time did I see this man try to convert anybody. You know what I mean?
No.
He just explained, like you said, biblically from a faith-based explanation is what he done. Not once did I even, he didn't say you
he
need
may
to
have asked the question, like, so I guess you don't believe in Jesus. He would say things like that.
Yeah.
And then once they said that, he would give them his side, but it was up to them to make the choice.
Right.
He wasn't pushing it.
Because that's what America is. You make your own decision, freedom of speech.
Right.
And they shot him for it.
He helped save so many young people all over the world, or all over the country. And man, it just breaks my heart that they took him for that.
Yeah.
And that's where this country needs to get back to, is good Christian based politics, because that's what we were founded on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pitiful, man.
It's ridiculous.
What did he say when the conversation stops, violence starts? Is that what he said?
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah. Because none of them none of their points are even nowhere near, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Has no facts behind it at all.
It's just, yeah.
And that's what he's saying. We should be able to sit down, have a peaceful debate, and then go get dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
That's what we should be able to do. But the left refused to do that.
Yeah. I've
debated
scream,
with
holler.
several. Yeah. They want to get violent because they're always wrong.
Yeah.
When they get backed into that corner where they can't back their way out of it,
well, that's
when they start getting violent.
That's because you start spewing out something that, they can't compute with, like, I don't know, facts. They like, well, that's not what the news said, or whatever, Matter of fact, check this out. So I work with Raymond. I'm not going to say his last name, but good dude. He retired from ironworking, whatever. And of course, when Trump first got in, the Doge part, whatever, they were trying to get illegal immigrants off of Medicaid. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember that? Well, then they spun it to where he's getting rid of Medicaid and Medicare and all that stuff.
Right.
Of course, he got on Facebook saying, he's going to cut, I'm sorry, Social Security is what it was too. Because, you got some illegal immigrants on that, but people don't believe that. Left don't believe that, immigrants are on Social Security. And of course, I wasn't the only one that got on there, respectfully told him, say, hey, man, you're being lied to. That's not true.
Yeah.
None of that, what you just said is true. I said, stop watching the mainstream media, and even stop watching Fox News. Go to independent people. Don't even, because they spun it in a way, he's cutting Social Security off from everybody.
Yeah.
Not what happened.
Yeah. Gave that narrative.
Of course, he said whatever. He still didn't believe it. You can't argue with these people, bro. I mean, their brains were so wired up with propaganda. It's not even funny.
I mean, you could put the facts right in front of their face. Bam.
Oh yeah.
And they'd still say, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
But like I tell them, I'm like, especially about like our prices of groceries and stuff like that right now, I'm like, look, come back and talk to me whenever we're this time next year. Okay.
Yeah.
This time next year, tell me where you're at.
Yeah. I mean, that's because they're trying to stop him every way they can. I mean,
Yeah.
he's firing these woke ass people in these offices, and they're going to court on these liberal judges. Well, that's just like that Maryland man, whatever, the Garcia dude, that's a MS-13 gang member. You know, I mean, the news spun him like he's a family man. He beat the shit out of his wife. He got arrested for trafficking people. You know,
Right.
and people are you know, and they.
But he's the good old Maryland dad.
Yeah, and this liberal judge, you know, try to force Trump to bring him back. But guess what? Now he's going to Ghana or somewhere like that. You know, it's the
And they're just
lawfare
fighting tooth and nail for him.
Yeah, you know, and screw the American people, because the whole thing is, I think I don't know if I told you this before or not, but you probably know, you more than likely know this, but they brought all these people in the last 4 years into different states so they could get more House seats and Senate seats and stuff because of the population, because that's the census. The census was in 2020. You know, they were trying to, you know what they was trying to do. I mean, it's exactly what they was doing. Yeah. I mean, it's just, but people, you know, oh, everybody needs to come in. You know, why?
Why?
Just
and
ask anybody in the medical field that works in an office, and they will tell you that these people are getting Medicaid, Medicare, and all this stuff.
Right, with our tax dollars.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I know somebody that worked at a hospital. I'm not going to say their name. They seen the same Social Security number, like, I don't know, 3 times in 1 week from the same family.
Yeah, exactly. And it's right there. I mean, that evidence is out there. They just don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You know? And what really ticks me off is that you should be able to look at these politicians that's fighting for this and ask yourself, why are they fighting so hard for the illegals instead of us?
All right. Okay, so I work in California, right? I work with a bunch of union guys, and some of them are hardcore Democrats. Some of them have woken up. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say his name either, but I mean, we worked at a Camino solar plant, and he just brought it up one day. He said, "Yeah, man, I'm voting for Trump." He said, "I'm done. They tried to kill him." That's when he started looking at stuff and realizing, well, they're lying to me, you know.
Right.
And he voted. And
it woke a lot of people up.
It woke a lot of people up, yeah. I mean, and there's a couple guys that said, "Yeah, man, these illegals out here vote. That's why it's Democratic controlled, because they brought all these illegals in. They're letting them get licensed and they're voting."
Right. And they don't know it, and they haven't accepted it yet, but Charlie Kirk just woke up a lot of people too.
Yep. So, but yeah.
But man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I love talking to you about this stuff. So, and seeing what's going on out on the West Side.
Well, I mean, same stuff. I mean, that one more thing too. I think they gained more, like 50,000 more Republican votes in California this time around too.
Yeah,
they're waking up.
Yeah,
so
they're waking up, and Charlie Kirk was a big part of that all over the country with these college visits, talking to the young people, because the young people were just so misinformed with him informing them. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love having you on. We need to talk more about it and get it out there for our local people, especially here where I'm at, and then your local people, and keep people informed, I think. And we'll have a lot more stuff to talk about. And I'm sure for the week that's coming, I'll actually be in Gulf Shores, Alabama next Sunday. So,
okay. Well, never mind.
It's going to be interesting.
Just let me know.
No, I'm still going. Going. But I do want to announce that October 8th, I believe it is. It'll be that Wednesday that I'm in Gulf Shores. I'm going to be doing a live show on the beach. And I'm going to probably give some stuff away from the great city of Gulf Shores, Alabama, and stuff like that. So I'd love to have you on for that too, if you want to stop in and talk live.
Yeah.
So awesome. But all right, buddy, I appreciate you coming on.
All right.
We'll see you next time.
All right. Be good.
All right, man. All right, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you to death. And I'll see you next time.
Well, I don't guess too much has changed, 'cause I still ride